Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's RWBY, Volume 3 at Chapter 4, so that's how it is. I know at the end of Chapter 3, I said I was going to take a long rest and end the session. I was going to wait until tomorrow to do more recordings, but I lied! I lied because I didn't lie at the time. But then, barely 2 minutes later, I thought, hang on, I just mentioned how I can't wait to see what's next. And I actually do have the energy for another. And I have the time for another. Why don't I just nut up, shut up, and do another? What is stopping me except for me? And I agree with me. I want to keep watching. I want to see what's next. I want to see how the fallout is handled. I am going to do that. Forget being hot, forget sleep, forget hydration. In fact, no. I am more responsible than that. But yeah, forget my rest. I need to at least see this before I wind everything down. I need to. Curiosity won out, impatience won out. I immediately went back on what I said. No, I'm not taking a break. We're looking at this right now. We're just simply doing it. So let's do it. Let's just hop right in.
Salem can't be killed.
That's what we heard.
Too, right? There was so much you hadn't told us. How could you think that was okay?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
What is your plan to defeat Salem?
I don't have one.
He's just a little boy.
No one wanted me. I was cursed. I gave my life to you because you gave me a
poor
place
Crow.
in this world. I thought I was finally doing some good.
But you are.
Meeting you was the worst luck of my life.
And he's his most trusted. He's gone on so many missions for you.
What happened?
He's gone.
That bastard! Tell him we're not done yet!
No, this is different. He's gone. It's like he's locked himself deep inside my head. Our head? I hate this. I want it to stop.
He just left us?
What are we gonna do now?
Enough! We need to get a move on. It'll be dark.
Well, at
before
least
we know
Oscar will
it,
get some peace and
everybody
quiet in his own
was
head now.
spewing negativity. There's a trail over there. Trails usually lead somewhere.
Lady, I don't know who you think you are, but...
No buts! I understand that you're upset. Honestly, I'm still coming to terms with the fact that this is humanity's second time around. But
I like how, because she was in the vicinity, she got to see as
and
well,
I'll
even if
be
she didn't
damned
ask for
if
it.
I've lived this long just to die out here in the cold.
No, she's right. Come on.
Well, this is just like a shit situation all around. This is the gods' fault. They should have just like banished her or something instead of creating this arbitrary bullshit. It messed things up for everyone. But God's gonna God.
I'm just going to be another one of his lives, aren't I?
Of course not. You're your own person.
Don't lie to him, RWBY. We're better than that.
Oh, and that is a burn towards Ozpin. I saw what you did there, Crow. Oh. He basically said, we're better than you, Ozpin. I know you're listening. Oh, wow. I'm still not over the fact that this changes so much about perception on past appearances and events. It's probably worth a rewatch of the whole show knowing what we do now. Well, they went back. They probably knew it was better than running.
Welcome back. I do hope you missed us as much as we missed you.
Let's go.
Where is Cinder? Oh, she came down with a case of
Speaking
death.
Of which, where is our fall maiden?
Tyrion, it's great to see you again, my friend.
Emerald, come on.
Don't tell me something happened to her.
I will cut off more than just your tail.
She's such a yandere for Cinder.
Careful, little girl. Cinder isn't here to protect you anymore.
Back off, freak.
Freak.
Oh, don't misunderstand. I am in mourning just as you. Because it appears you failed our queen. And that is a tragedy.
He's so devoted. And batshit. There's something I love about a batshit character. Alright? I don't care if he comes off as cheesy and overdone to some people. To me, that's what makes him great. I know, I think differently. Now the smile's gone off his face.
I would like you to explain to me how it is you failed so spectacularly.
Well, thank you for calling it spectacular.
The Fauna's militia split our forces.
Stop. Let me rephrase the question.
She's so done.
Is responsible for your defeat?
The correct answer is ourselves. Just stand up.
I take full responsibility.
But that wouldn't be fair now, would it? We all know who's truly to blame.
I don't...
Is Raven to blame? She stopped Cinder.
Emerald. I want you to tell me whose fault this was.
Oh, does she want them to say Ozpin because they discovered he was in Oscar?
Cinder! We failed because of Cinder.
Wow, that was tough for her to say.
I want you to understand that failure. I want you to understand why Cinder must be left to toil in her isolation until she redeems herself.
Kind of like what the gods did to you.
She's alive.
You're joking. How could you know that?
Are you questioning our divine savior?
Of course not. Forgive me.
It's important not to lose sight of what drives us.
It's good to know that she would forgive
Justice.
Cinder. She's already such an important
Reverence.
piece, I get it. She just needs to get stronger.
But the moment you put your desires before my own...
If this falls to pieces over your grudge with a child, I will not be taking the blame.
they will be lost to you. This isn't a threat. This is simply the truth. The path to your desires is only found through me.
She is such a good villain. And I'm not just saying that because of the backstory. But the way she speaks and carries herself is top-notch.
And so we must press on. The sword under Vacuo's academy, Shade.
Ma'am. I have more to report.
Oh, Ozpin! Ozpin! Ozpin!
Crow and the children are taking the lamp to Atlas.
Not if I can help it.
And they're being led by Ozpin.
The cat's out of the bag.
So soon?
He's the only man with a chance of getting through to Ironwood. If that happens...
Oh boy, is that her trigger word? Only she is allowed to mention him.
Leave. Your Grace, I can...
She is gonna explode. Like, you better get out of the blast radius. She needs some time to vent. And rebuild the room. Uh-huh. Yeah, leave. It's fine. It's fine, Emerald. Just go. Tick, 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 tick. Boom. Boom. Yeah, big boom. Oh, wow. So now what's the plan? Oh shit, Juniper needs to react to this.
Looks like this is gonna let
Jean's gonna have his own freak
Just
out.
want to get this stupid relic to Atlas. Let's hope we don't have to walk all the way there.
I thought trails led somewhere.
Do you have nothing better to do than to harass a defenseless old lady?
Everyone quiet. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I love how ever since Yang lost her arm, she's become like so bitter. Like, she knows how to have fun still, but she's just so done with everything. It's great. I do kind of miss the Yang that was always making puns and partying all the time, but
Well,
it's a minor
at least one
thing.
good thing happened today. It looks abandoned.
It's still better than this.
Come on, I think we could all use some rest.
And some alcohol. Oh, okay, I was going to say it's a bit rude to not shut the gate behind you. Oh, man. Okay, so we're not even to the John confrontation. Oh, my goodness. Like... Oh. Crow. Wow, Crow broke my heart with that. Like... Oh... And how heartbreaking both ways, for like, because Crow's his most trusted ally. Like, I'm sure he's the most trusted out of any of his most trusted there's ever been. Maybe barring a few exceptions, but still, he's been on so many missions for Oz, always followed him unquestioningly, was really defiant against Ironwood for questioning Ozpin. Like, he was a true loyal dog to Ozpin because he felt like he gave him something he couldn't find anywhere else. Acceptance, and, you know, that gave him a purpose, a use. Like, now he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the confidence of following Ozpin for a good reason. Oh, you could just feel how much he had lost. Oh. And Ozpin didn't even know what to say to the guilt of that. Like, he just retreated. Like, he was so in his place that he could think of nothing to say as in his own defense. That showed how impactful that scene was for those two characters and their relationship with each other. Oh, man. I feel so sorry for Oscar. The poor boy has been thrust into this against his will, and he gets decked across the face by an experienced huntsman at full strength. Like, that's not cool. The poor thing. I think Ruby is going to be his only source of not going insane. Like, 'cause she, bless her heart, has always been one to see the good in everyone, but even she was pulling angry eyes when the truth was coming out. Like, that's when you know you've messed up, when you're even annoying Ruby. But at least she, like, as I would expect, isn't showing any ill will towards Oscar himself. But, oh man. What a situation to be in as a kid. Like, relatively a kid. what a situation to be in. Thrown into this destiny crap. Another entity living inside your head. That entity has beef with all the people who are supposed to be your, like, travelling friends. Like, suddenly you're in a situation where it's like, so that I guess I better just tag along because I don't know what the fuck else I'm gonna do. Like, oh, wow. Oh, this story is so good. Oh, I love the direction this volume is taking. There hasn't been a wasted moment so far. Like, oh, this has just been hitting me. Like, they really had a vision of what they wanted to accomplish in this volume, and they are just flinging it out. I love it. I adore it. I did say Volume 6 would have a chance to become my most favourite volume based on the praise it was already getting in comparison to the other volumes. I am finding myself in full agreement. This is amazing. I think if I continue to be this happy throughout the volume, it certainly will become my favourite. Both to rewatch, watch reactions to, and possibly even use in shenanigans videos, I don't know. I think any of the volumes has ample material for that, so it's not really a point to bring up, but I don't know, I just think there's a lot of potential in this volume for personal enjoyment and personal use out of the footage and stuff. Oh, wow, I feel satisfied. I am feeling really glad I decided to record one more episode tonight. Very glad. Oh. Now, I loved seeing the villains have their little powwow, because not only with the added context of the Salem flashback, it makes Salem even better as a villain, and the delivery of her lines and her attitudes and stuff, because you know where she got it from, and it's very understandable. I sympathise with her backstory. Like, she was going through grief, and the gods weren't willing to understand that. They just, like, damned humanity because fuck them. Like, so godlike, so biblical. And Emerald being teased over Cinder's death by Tyrion. That was both very in character and very scary. Because, like, Emerald, she will cut you. Like, she was legitimately gonna fight Tyrion. But then, oh man, he de-escalated. It's like, I don't want this. But, you know. Very intimidating when Salem looked like she was just straight up kill Hazel. Like, she was that mad. And but I think he sort of redeemed himself with the sheer amount of information he brought back. Sure, Salem had to have a little bit of a bitch fit because it's like, Ozpin is getting in the way again. God damn you, will you stay away from me? But overall, he gave her very valuable information. The bad guys are looking a little bit better positioned right now. If we factor in the fact that she would be willing to let Cinder return if she fully repents for her failure, that's fair enough. That's a villain who knows she's got a strong card, and under certain conditions will gladly take that card back. Like, that's a smart villain. Just because she failed, it isn't a reason to just cast her off and start again. Oh man. Whew. Oh. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done for tonight. I am having so much fun. I'm sure you could tell by the reactions I was having. This volume shaping up to be a firm contender for my favourite. I can only hope it continues in this vein. And even if it doesn't, I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy it anyway. So yeah, I shall see you guys next time.